from New Englandville studio, and welcome to another edition of the program Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, na Thursday, April 9, 2026. We will bring this edition come to you this Thursday morning. Me, Nasaptiyu, Kalon.
And Adeyemi Jackson, good morning. Inside the program this morning, some people will tap around Bome area na the eastern part na Freetown by Ferry Junction there is concern about the past max smoke where they come out from this dirty box where they say the hamburger well body one. The head of programs na Rainbow Initiative, Bob Lamy, say na about 3,055 sexual gender-based violence case them they record inside 2025. Na some part then at the country where they get office. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy go talk to the mayor of Freetown, our worship Yvonne Akisoya. We go talk about one letter where APC-led council then send the right to World Bank and other things them we don't the happen at the Freetown City Council.
Well, this plus other story them there for you inside this edition of the program Good Morning Salon, and also you listen live on www.radiodemocracy.sl. From we partner radio station them, you get the program live from Radio Shalom 89.5 Nakoina Dugo and Falaba District, on Radio Malen 88.5, Radio Wanje 101.3 na Pujon District, Radio Colente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Mwa 105.5 na Kailao, Vopad Radio na Waterloo, Voice of Sando on 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro na Pujon District, Advocacy Radio na Putloko, Radio Katbame on 106.7 na Tongkolimba, at FM on 95.9 na Moyamba District, and Tongo Radio on 107.5 FM. The program na Good Morning Salon. You can be part of them by way I go send you message or comment to the number 077-981-981, or you go to Radio Democracy Facebook page and be part of the program on different issues that they look at inside this edition.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue, and inside the program where they start for look at issues them. Also, the president for the Salon Association of Journalists Large, Alhaji Manika Kamara, don't call on authorities them for investigate the alleged assault on Paul Kamara, will be happen April for this year na Adonkia Police Station na Western World District. Alhaji Manika Kamara talk this is one interview with Radio Democracy where he they talk about one press release with slash poll this behind them on the alleged assault on Paul Kamara. He talk more to Mastan Swage inside this interview.
Well, this press release also relates to one of the member in a media trainer and also a lecturer at the Unimark University within McKinney. Paul are one of the people where they help for train young journalism across the country. We always ready for gain support to media development. So on the 5th April, I received a call from Paul where he explained to me this unfortunate incident and also write official complaint letter to Sludge where they raise the issue so say a go na police station they forgot do a follow-up on a matter where they investigate relating to the death of one colleague. So we say if we get some issue with one officer where be inside the compound with bike, the way he inside with the bike, he almost jam out that guy with snap. So the police make some remarks where we go down well. He says so, and go politely, go meet the officer, tell and say, officer say, no for make that statement again to that man. He say, you know, waiting, go over the police, where the police change. The police tell and say, if you left the premise, the police premise. So he tell the police, say, in there the place lawfully, and in also a lawyer, and so in there the place there for go investigate an issue we get for do with one colleague when very late already when the police investigate that matter.
So now in journalism what can we do?
Well, I go there in two capacities. Firstly, I go there as lawyer and also I go there as journalist because Paul one as I tell you somebody we always they do some articles they we get for do with some issues where anytime where something happen, like for example even this mayor issue where happen we get another appointed mayor. Paul be do an article where be so educative we share with all Sludge members in the forums. So I go there in that capacity. Firstly as legal representation and also as journalist, and thirdly again I go there as colleague of the late person. So when the incident happened, they reach out to me and get to reach out to my executive and we other elders. And Paul therefore send official complaint to me. We as Sludge, firstly we issued a press release because one Paul is a member of our association. And secondly, citizens we get rights as a citizen for going to any police station for go investigate issues that we get for do in short nature for get to understand because you know if I go she don't want to talk about that issue or you want write anything, well informed. And also na lawyer.
Which impact will such incidents they create on press freedom and journalism safety in the country?
Well, that one they get negative impact. So not only with the journalists, but even citizens, and because the police their roles and responsibility now for ensuring they provide internal security for we all and protect life and property. So if inside a police station, a citizen go investigate something, then go assault that kind of way, because the video they all over social media. It's only for explaining you. When you see the video, they even see how the police and to the manhandle the young man, and you see the young man holding phone and one and the other, and they raise the arm. Let you know say make any move for say only police attack the police. Yet the police and the drag and for go outside. That one then I threat to not only press freedom but even with security as citizens of this nation.
All right. So, which specific action will the call for?
We they call for thorough investigation from the police side, the leadership of the police, and also the independent police partnership board for let us investigate that particular issue there, because we don't see the so they happen over the years. So and sometimes they take action, and this time again we want the authority and take the relevant action. Unfortunately again when this thing happen will be holiday period, and the young man will find it very difficult to get a police medical endorsed. Tuesday the 7th April now, May and Justin talking they go for let and go endorse in police medical form. So that again another unfortunate situation again where I feel say yes now the day period, but we get people the way they work during the time the way they step in and be substantive induction on the way for endorsement things like, because assuming say that life threatening something. So we need them kind of things in place for make sure so people already step in for endorsement from the thing will go smoothly.
We not receive accounts from police on this issue?
No, not receive any official accounted from the police, because myself personally I make some calls and assure me say they will do investigation, but officially not receive any accounted from the police the side of the story. And we still wait for the investigation for let the police open the investigation, because even if they're not explain what's actually happened, when you see the video, you know say this thing they're not for doing to nobody. Yeah, so I expect the leadership of the police, and I believe they will take this thing very serious and will take the necessary action against the people that were involved.
All right, so SLAJ gets any ongoing efforts for prevent then kind of similar incidents there also in the future?
Yeah, we get a cordial relationship with the police and also the security sector. So we get a cordial relationship with the military, Office of the National Security, and even correctional service. We always we engage when similar things happen. We engage, and recently again we get
That now the president for the Saloon Association of Journalists, Alhaji Manika Kamara, they talked to Master Swagger inside the interview. They also call on authority then for investigate the alleged assault on Paul Kamara when a lawyer and media trainer will be happen April for this year at Adonkia Police Station, now Western World District. The program Good Morning Salon they continue, sir.
And inside the program now, as we tell you initially, we did talk today to worship the mayor of Freetown, when Yvonne Akisoya, where they can talk on different issues then we don't happen at the council. And at this time, I want to say good morning, Madam Mayor, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, Septi. Good morning, Ademi. Good morning, listeners. I'm glad for the. I don't see what can I do.
Exactly.
I know the easy for that.
So I see the changes.
The change is fine. The change
Okay.
is fine. This is a step up. The place fine.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, the Freetown City Council, now the local government authority, we're responsible for govern the city, we mean say then get the mandate for manage and oversee Freetown affairs, make decision, and take action away for improve resident quality of life, and this mean for provide better sanitation, infrastructure, and thing we will keep the city tidy and also attractive. Waiting on the happen at the council with the so many issues they moved on the year. The mayor of the council on different issues them one, get for the boycott by council, letter to World Bank, reinstatement of the FCC finance officer, response to minister's position that salaries will be stopped, and the political ambition. This and other issue them now in the mayor they can talk about, and also a saying get interest for talk about the bomb issue we just hear you or read as headline. Madam Mayor, welcome once more.
Except you. Thank you.
Okay, so before we take the issue them step by step, give me a general analysis waiting on the happen at the council in terms of your leadership.
Oh, and nothing say that not the focus on this conversation. Definitely not, because as you know, we don't day on the governor's boycott for the last, I think today's make them 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks.
Yeah, you can talk general. They will take one step at a time now.
You know why? Because I don't want we get distracted from waiting at the main purpose to make a kanya today.
Okay, well, go ahead, please.
I will come back to you, Sabtu, no to disrespect.
No, it's okay, go
but
ahead.
I can always kanaya and another time for talk generally about council activities.
Okay.
But if I do on a boycott, I not feel to say at the appropriate time for can talk generally about waiting to happen at council. I go touch on them because it irrelevant to the response of government to the boycott. But let's just take listeners through the context we lead we for Day Usari Day so today.
Okay, go ahead.
So you go recall Sabtu and Ademi say when we been get the elections in June 2023. The results that have been contested. We've been get international observers. We, I think, say one of the best quotes for me. We sum it all up now. How I think that Carter Center or EU observers been described the results as having statistical inconsistencies and mathematical improbabilities. Waiting that mean? It means that the numbers are not add up. I mean, we've been get 2 districts when have been 6 digits votes. We're exactly the same. APC no go to court. Can see that could come up because we've been just don't come on a court. We've been just coming to court where we go to court for the PR. Where we go to the Supreme Court and the ruling where the Supreme Court give make we not get any confidence for say if we've been going to court for go challenge the results, it will lead to a proper assessment. They go get an objective and independent assessment of what happen. APC boycott governance. The elected officials, and again, I will come back to how we come about some of their numbers when it comes, particularly to the councillors, elected officials, the mayors and chairpersons of district councils and municipalities, the members of parliament. As a collective, we party decide say we not go come into governance because we not go accept this result.
Which result exactly?
The results of the elections, 2023.
Okay, on still on that matter day?
No, that 2023 election result. I'll give you the context to Usai within now.
No, just one clarity, please.
So with the talk, so if person just begin listen, let clarify say, I did talk about the context.
Okay.
We bring we can so today. So I did talk say June 2023 results were contested.
Okay.
In October 2023, facilitated by the ECOWAS, the Commonwealth, the AU, and the Independent Peace Commission, we go into a 3-day negotiation with government, 3-day discussion, I guess you could call a negotiation with government, for the way forward. And because of APC, we commitment to peace. Can I remind listeners and say, videos and they out, we've been published before the 2018 election. We senior SLPP people that they talk say, if they're not give we this tier, this country go to war. APC not take that approach. They even though the international observers, without exception, regard and write in their reports then say, their results they are problematic. The U.S. government at the time, and I remember say there were many tweets from people like Mark Rubio, we've been at the Foreign Affairs Committee about concerns about the results. In spite of all that, Andy, in the interest of making sure this country progress and we not go back into war, we not go back into civil conflict, we go into money and we sign the Agreement for National Unity.
Okay.
The Agreement for National Unity, we get 8 resolutions. Resolution 1, let me let the president make a speech about unity, peace, dialogue, and cohesion. He do that the next day. Resolution 2, let me let the APC go back into governance. Take up with seats them. We agree for do that. Resolution 3, let me let we get a tripartite committee created. That tripartite committee being comprised APC, Salon government, obviously SLPP-led Salon government, and international partners, NIMEC and tripartite 3. And then go meet over a period of 6 months Then go review all the things them we go wrong, because APC say we not happy with waiting happen. SLPP say not to the first 10 days. And we self not happy with waiting happened in 2012. We're not happy with waiting happened in 2007. Let me go watch all thing and let me come up with recommendations. We go make tomorrow we election happen. Nobody no go complain. We go don't put things there into place. We all man go satisfy. So now that's not been the tripartite committee. Then go about that work day. Then conclude their work in June 2024 and then hand over the report to His Excellency the President. And that report, they've been contain 80 recommendations where, according to the Agreement for National Unity, their recommendations they for be actionable and implementable. So, 2024 June, we get the recommendations. Then we come on to implementation. Now we day April 2026, and by the very, very own Tripartite Steering Committee Secretariat report with them pull March, when I've been just last month, 12th of March, only 10% of their recommendations don't be completed.
Okay.
But waiting more important to we is that the 10% will don't be completed. Now things that were quite tangential. Small things them around training of police officers, submitting the documents to cabinet. Waiting really important is that the heart of the matter, the main issues them, we go make 2028 election be free, fair, and credible.
Okay.
We not see progress with implementation. It go beyond that.
So when I be this main, you will not be expect for reflecting the recommendation then?
Well, the recommendations, except you get 80 recommendations.
Yes.
The recommendations reflect what we want. We talk about implementation. So, for example, if you take recommendation 20, recommendation 20, now the creation of a committee, an oversight committee in Parliament for review all the legislation concerning elections with for Kana Parliament. That committee day for be chaired by the opposition party. It didn't have a recommendation.
Yes.
They're not agreed to them.
Okay.
Recommendations 1 to about 9 talk a lot about procedures and processes within ECSL, mainly around visibility, transparency, then gets an EU-funded consultant we embed in ECSL for a very long time. We don't do all that work there, but ECSL not adopts the recommendations. They not take them on board. You get a recommendation like recommendation 14, when about voter registration. And if you remember, voter registration will be a major issue in the 2023 elections. We've been getting the issue of asking for the voter register. You remember that in there? We not get the data. Remember that talk there?
Yes,
So
Madam.
then recommendations they are, including recommendation 36, when about the appointment of the ECSL commissioner, the chief electoral commissioner. All their recommendations, they inside the 8 recommendations.
Madam Mayor, in terms of all loan concern, we look at the Secretariat of the Tripartite, where they set up for looking all in concern, then still they in progress or in process. And also, when you look at the implementation of ECSL, the recommendation, there was an issue of leadership and then just gets a new ECSL commissioner. On nothing say because they're still in process, on enough for conclude and take the decision there, where they not fold up everything yet.
Well, I want to let we take their very commissioner appointment as a case in point.
Yeah, we come there.
Because you don't raise and say, let me get a vacuum, then let me get a leader, then me get an acting leader. But guess what? Recommendation 36, been talk say, everyone don't assess and agree, because not all APCC don't write their recommendations there. These recommendations were done collectively by government and APC. And the government and APC, the senior members of government we sit on that committee, they all agree say, this current constitutional provision where they make the president choose the electoral commissioner in one grain is not good for the country. So let me put inside this recommendation, a recommendation where we say, instead of you do that, let me now get a search and nominating committee That search and nominating committee in personnel or in membership go come from different bodies like SLAG, like the Bar Association, different bodies then will represent interreligious council and so on. So now then one day those committees or those bodies that then go send person for the truth and that then go send person to the search and nominating committee. The search and nominating committee then go be responsible for advertise the positions, then go be responsible for vet, for interview, then choose 3, shortlist 3, then give the 3 to the president and say, okay, here are the 3 we recommend. You choose from among them. So the president still gets choice, but independents don't come into the process. Waiting happen, Adeyemi. Waiting happen is that having had that recommendation taken from the tripartite recommendation document, put into a constitutional amendment bill, gazetted according to the AG, gazetted twice. That bill day, go parliament. That bill day don't do legislative hearing. I was there. Don't do first reading. You come now, you not do second reading for adopt them. What you do instead? You left them and you go, you use the constitution where all men don't agree. And you not just take any person, because there are 8 million people, as we keep hearing, 8 million Sierra Leoneans in this country. You choose appoint a commissioner, waving day at the heart of the process of the malpractices, the issues, the elections rigging, where we all be so conscious of, we lead to the tripartite recommendations.
We can look into that issue there.
That one day not show goodwill. That one day show say the government not gets interest in actually effectively and inclusively implementing the tripartite recommendations.
We can look into that more, but let me go back. You now one person where they represent the All People's Congress Party at the tripartite committee, and you be done to take part into some of them sittings them here. Some of them concerns them here we they raise now. You be raise them during the time where on the old sittings them.
So that's a really good one. That's a really good one. So let clarify, say I'm a part of the steering committee, not the committee. So the tripartite committee, that the one day we do the recommendations. The tripartite steering committee, that the one we're supposed to do the implementation. Adeyemi, and it's up to you. On the 5th of August, 2025, I write a letter to the chief minister in a capacity as the chairman of the steering committee. I write a detailed letter we set out to him and point out to him, I quote the terms of reference of the steering committee, and I highlight the fact, say, the terms of reference not to be used. The steering committee dysfunctional. The steering committee not woke. The steering committee, in last year, we had 4 meetings. In fact, 3, because the December meeting not hold. And more importantly, the meetings them, according to the steering committee terms of reference, we're supposed to forget subcommittees, because you're not able to all things in one session. We're supposed to review budget. We're supposed to get a work plan. We're supposed to be involved in the recruitment of the secretariat. I go tell you, say the first way me no say they don't get recruit a coordinator for the tripartite steering committee secretariat. Now I see the person post on social media.
So, Madam Minister, let's get things clear. The letter we write to the Chief Minister
on the 5th of August 2025,
before the appointment of the ECL boss.
Yes.
So what's not be the response from the Chief Minister?
None. You know, acknowledge the letter. You know, reply to the letter. You know, acknowledge them in any way.
But the Chief Minister again don't come here and say on effectiveness of participation not don't be that consistent.
That
so
is,
we say all the APC member committee they also doing at the different stages of the tripartite committee not only show up on time as expected.
Oh no. That mean that is so easily refutable. Okay, let we just be true. One thing where I just want to say is that first of all, this not a committee. We not function as a committee. You did get notice for meeting day before, 2 days before. You know they get agenda. You know they get minutes of meeting. We know they get reports in advance. You did call, you did tell person say Wednesday, you send message in a WhatsApp group, say meeting on Friday. That might suit your calendar, but not will suit everybody. But that notwithstanding, even if let me give you the dates of all the meetings, because I can do that, we don't be held. And you know, waiting very good about this day and age is that we get social media. You go see, even on the meeting where we've been getting September, when I take the mic and this thing at the talk so say the non-functioning of the committee, I talk and nobody within our committee, we want for be true, could talk say this committee they operate in accordance with the terms of reference. So let's not talk about attendance. Let's talk about the fact that you have a committee, we get a terms of reference, we not really work to at all.
So
in
Madam,
the whole of last year, let me just pull up the letter, but continue.
so
up to you
the other
whilst I
point
pull up the
again, we don't
letter.
come out from the ruling government they own in terms of owner participation, that the committee don't be an open space outside then ki ask una for any objection or concern. Una not rather say anything, una prefer to take it to social media.
Sapsi, I feel bad would I not go say
No,
something at
that's the
meeting?
concern
No,
we
but
then don't
I mean,
that's the concern we then don't raise.
So let what I go do. I go actually, because thankfully, in the last couple of meetings, media then done did it.
Okay.
And so I don't always ask for letting media then give me the recording of when I did talk. So me can share with you. But
So
here is the letter. Here is the letter up to you.
That the one to the chief minister.
Dear Chief Minister, I trust you're well. I'm writing to you in your capacity as chairman of the Tripartite Steering Committee, of which I'm one of the 24 members. I go on to say, the principles of transparency and inclusivity inform the establishment of the Steering Committee for the implementation of the tripartite recommendations with representation from government, civil society, parliament, and local councils. As with any steering committee, its aim is to provide oversight of the implementation of the tripartite recommendations. The terms of reference of the steering committee were developed and approved by the committee. I've provided them below for ease of reference. I set out the 9 items in the terms of reference. And then I also go on for C, the steering committee's mode of operations was stated as follows. And then I set them all out. And then I say, Chief Minister, I'm deeply concerned that the Tripartite Recommendation Steering Committee is not operating in accordance with its terms of reference or the mode of operation. I set out the list of meetings that were held in 2024. 19th July, 27th August, 11th of September, which was with development partners, 18th October 2024, and 6th of December. I set out the meetings held in 2025.
Mayor.
Listen.
In which format you send the letter? Email or with
both?
With okay.
It was delivered.
Okay.
It was delivered.
So una boycott start from this part, from these issues.
Where are you?
No, what I is careful talk about this stage
No.
for boycott governance. It's about the tripartite issue. No, yeah, I just actually on a decision for coming to a boycott stage start from this issue you talk about too.
Let I put you words back to you for make sure say we all they're on the same wavelength. So if what you say is the decision for boycott stem from the non-implementation of the tripartite recommendations, yes.
That is my question.
And the answer to that is yes.
Okay.
And then just back on the tripartite steering committee meetings, there was a meeting on the 20th of March. There was a meeting of 2025.
Okay.
There was a meeting on the 29th of May, 2025. Again, that was like an open meeting. It wasn't even a discussion. And there was a meeting in September. So 3 meetings in the entire year, of which I get no minutes, of which I get no reports in advance, at which we not discuss anything in detail. So the tripartite secretariat, the work as the personal instrument for the chief minister and not to the steering committee. And the steering committee also get membership beyond the APC. I believe, I listened recently to Abdul Fatoma of Chadi when I'm a member of the steering committee, when he been there on Truth Media. And I'm really pleased that waiting it talk align with waiting me talk. It talk about the fact that we not get visibility of any work plan. It talk about the fact that we're supposed to approve budgets and we not see budget beyond the first 3 months of the tripartite steering committee.
So, Madam Mayor,
and
the
yet then
question
they out
is-
the work. So one thing we're clear is, if you want to implement something and you bring a committee, a steering committee for oversight, we're an independent steering committee. We're supposed to be an inclusive steering committee. If you push them one and they out and you make sure say we know they see waiting they go on, it begs the question about the about your sincerity with implementation.
Madam Mayor, continue for the with we in the program. In name na Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of the Freetown Municipality. Continue for the with we in the program. When we come back to look at more issues them we don't happen at the Freetown City Council. The program now Good Morning Salon, and inside the program now we go for this break.
The road now for you, so you for take 10 use If you work or they drive, you for always take care.
Sierra Road Safety Authority SLRSC management get for know but the way and manner where some people then they take money from the public, they make false claims say now for Seka SLRSC. This nothing way then condemn bad one, and they want to let the public know say SLRSC no ever asks for that. As part of the commitment for improve service delivery, SLRSC don't make sure say then service then they across the country. This is the breakdown of driver's license by category and cost. Category A now for motorbike license normal now 660 million. Category A plus now for tricycle license normal now 660 million. Category AA plus now for motorbike and tricycle license normal now 660 million. Category B now for where you drive car, jeep, van now 1,200 million. Category C now for where you dey drive truck normal now 1,250 million. Category D now for excavator them and machine them where they dig the ground now 1,300 million. Category AB now for motorbike, car and jeep them now 1,550 million. Category BC now for car, jeep and truck them now 1,600 million. Category CD now for truck and machine them where they dig ground now 1,650 million. Category ABC now for motorbike, car, jeep and truck them now 1,700 million. Category BCD now for jeep, truck and machine them where they dig ground now 1,750 million. Category ABCD now all the category them now 1,800 million. Do ya get this that you mind say the money where you dey pay for new license now the same money you dey pay for renew your license by category. Always ask for official receipt where you pay. SLRSA they make all things bang bang and serve salon people them with respect. They want the public for report any of them kind of thing then they to SLRSA by way for call the another number yasu plus 232 76 643 664 plus 232 76 858 635 plus 232 75 198 796. Now, Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority and Autospect SL Limited bring this message to you.
The road now for you, so you for take 10 use If you work or they drive, you for always take care. When you follow the road signs, you go know.
Union Trust Bank, they are for you. If you know I am Papa Bank.
Finally, the UTB Grand Raffle Draw they happen this Friday, 10th April 2026, 3 p.m. Now the UTB House Street branch. All who that be don't go collect money through we money transfer products them like Western Union, Rare, MoneyGram and BNB from we Sander Street, Kisi, Lumley and we House Street branch, and we get raffle tickets for come for we Grand Raffle Draw. Also you stand chance for win big for a total of 25,000 millions in prizes. First prize na 10,000 millions. Second prize na 7,500 millions. Third prize na 5,000 millions. And fourth prize na 2,500 millions. No waste time. Plenty winning day inside this Grand Raffle Draw. Inside the UTB Grand Raffle Draw, all man na winner.
Union Trust Bank, they are for you. If you know I am Papa banking business, no wait, make them tell you.
The program now Good Morning Salon they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get the mayor of the Freetown Municipality, Madam Yvonne Akisoya. To start with, Madam Mayor, you go to council?
Should we?
Okay, let repeat what you say at the beginning. APC take a position in 2023 in the interest of this country, in the interest of the people that we serve, for make sure say we accept for move forward with election results, we know, we international observers then confirm say, not reflect the will of the people. The reason we go back and we stop the boycott, now because of confidence that the tripartite recommendations will be implemented.
So, Madam Mayor, let's get things clear. The question is very simple. You, as of now, you going to cancel?
Well, of course not.
Why you not going to cancel?
Because we don't have governance boycott, Ademi. You don't miss that point today? I mean, as say I'm at the beginning, I believe say the whole of Sierra Leone know that. Say the APC, in response to the ECSL commissioner, which, as I say, that the straw will break the camel's back. You don't already demonstrate lack of sincerity with the implementation.
So, like, party ask you not for going to cancel?
So, as a political party, the APC make the decision. We give government notice. We tell them, say, this appointment, they against the spirit of the tripartite recommendations, against the spirit of the agreement for national unity. The president was written to, which Nanate me ask for we do response. And we tell them, say, if there was not a response back, you know, in terms of how we go approach, waiting we see clearly as a reneging on the commitment for implement the tripartite recommendations, we self go withdraw from resolution 2 and go back into the boycott. So APC as a party, not just Yvonne Aki-Sawyer, but all the elected officials of APC, currently they in a governance boycott with one objective.
Okay.
With one objective.
Which is? For
ensure, say, the government come back to the commitment where we sign collectively on the 18th of October for we implement, inclusively and effectively implement the tripartite recommendations,
so,
all 80.
Madam Mayor, you don't say they're going to cancel, which means they do you voted duty where people and vote you in for as the mayor of the Freetown City Council. And also, according to the Minister of Local Government, if they get the service where you are expected to, the office, facility, vehicle and all that in them, you're not supposed to get access to them now for the fact that they're part of governance.
I mean, really, they look forward to this question because I don't see so many references to, oh, the government's concerned about service delivery. Oh, the government's concerned about service delivery. If the APC-led councils, they're not going to get the people, they're not going to get service delivery. Make I tell you one thing, Seb, to you. May I tell you one thing? The budgets of councils, with the exception of FCC, we're quite unusual in that regard, but the average council in budget, 80 to 90% of that budget they come out from government, then fiscal transfers. Council, when we came, it was 52% was coming from government. Under me now, because of the work we don't do for resource mobilize and for increase we own ability for raise own source revenue, we own did down to about 23%, but it's still there. It's still did it. So as a whole, if you talk about service delivery as a government, right? You're concerned about service delivery. Wait to make government not on pay a single penny of the 2025 budget to any of the councils. They not pay a single penny of the 2020. Don't tell me about service delivery if you the fund most of the councils, not give any of the funds to the councils. Where is the service delivery? It's very convenient for now talk about the APC-led councils, they're not there from 2025, the entire year, not one penny. Okay. 2026, not one penny. But it not stop there. We also get issues, like what happened at Freetown, where from January to March, round about the time of the start of the boycott, January to March, FCC not able for disperse any money, not because we've been there on a boycott, and not been there on boycott, I've been in our office, but why we not be able to disperse? Because the Ministry of Local Government go into a council actually decide, say, then the transfer, the only competent individual we're able to upload we budget into the PFM Smart system. As a result of that, I write to the government and I say, I'm conscious as an accountant myself that nobody else not get the training required for do this work. If we not transfer this money now, we get forget problem. They ignore me. They suspend the man because it not go, because instead of right to them tell them say, I need for do this work here, or else council not able to do them. Let we look at the facts.
Okay.
Let we not jump around and use sound bites. Let we look at the facts. The fact is, the man was suspended without pay.
Oh, that's like the man who did
The finance officer.
Okay.
So he was home. And because he was home, after all the pronouncements, but everybody can do this, anybody can do this, guess what? Nobody could do it.
The suspension letter come out from Oda exactly.
From the Ministry of Local Government via
Okay.
the Local Government Service Commission. But the point where important, where I don't want to let you miss up to you, is that his absence, in as much as Abinom predictum, lead to FCC, the biggest council in the country, not being able to access any of our funds because we not upload we budget onto the 2026 budget onto the
Madam
system.
Mayor.
No, don't skip over this. I want to sink in. I want to actually understand. It means to say we were disrupted. It means our services were disrupted. It means that for the whole of January, February, there was no payment to sweepers. One of see Dottina Street, not to FCC, not to Mayor Binde on boycott. Our services were disrupted by the actions of the Ministry of Local Government.
Okay.
So I want to let you realize, if you're concerned about service delivery, then why you not pay? I can understand, because we just don't see, say, in the report we come out yesterday, say in the first 2 months of this year, the government, the central government, gets a fiscal deficit of 1.82 billion. 1.82 billion. So clearly, if you did overspend, and if you remember the World Bank report, we've been come out November last year, they actually flag and they say we reserves very low, and then put on down to excessive overseas travel, the embassies where we utilize, and lack of controls. So we can understand, say, government cash trap.
Come back to
but
the
let me
council
be.
issue.
No, this is council issue.
Let me come back to the
This is council
council
issue.
Madam Mayor.
Because if you want to talk
Please,
about
you can allow
service
me to ask
delivery,
question.
no, let just land and you can ask a question. If you want to talk about service delivery, because FCC mayor day on a boycott and other APC led, let we not start the conversation in March. Let me start the conversation in January 2025. If as a government, we're concerned about the people, we're concerned about making sure reagents and data the PHUs, we're concerned about making sure the school interventions where they be done through the disbursements of funds happen. We're concerned about funding for sanitation, particularly in the APC councils outside of Freetown. If you're really concerned about service delivery, I believe, say, your priority, let me ensure, say, not only the APC-led councils, but all the councils receive their disbursements. If you not pay 1 penny in 2025, you not pay 1 penny in 2026, I find that very, very disingenuous for let you say, mayor being out of office for 5 weeks. Now a major challenge. But I want to come to the vehicle.
Okay, we go for a break now. You get enough time, Madam Mayor. We go for a break now, but we can get aside from the Chief Minister as he don't listen to you, and he get things away he want make clear, and later inside the program, we go link out. But before we do that, we go for a break inside the program. Good morning, Salon.
Bloombank Digital Banking don't come for it.
I said so. You look stressed so.
Nah, bank they won't go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloombank Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko cuts your eye.
But Abu left fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Now so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloombank Digital, you can bank with freedom anytime in the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloombank Digital.
Aha! Aisatu Bloombank Digital.
Yes, na me name. I dey go tell all me party them for join Bloombank Digital Banking.
Bingo! Waiting you dey wait for. Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store, or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit we website bloombankafrica.com.
No left piano, cause Bloombank Digital, they make you bank.
With Colas, Bloombank Africa. Let's make it happen.
Okay, the program, Good Morning Salon, they continue from that break, though, they continue with the program, and now we go on the line. Also, we can talk to the Chief Minister, Dr. David Moina, saying in line with some of the issues them with the Mayor, our worship, Yvonne Akisoya. Don't say good morning, sir, and welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
So in terms of the issue where you call for, we get the mayor here with we, and you don't talk on the reason them where they did the stage of boycott, and one get for do with the implementation of the recommendation them now the tripartite. And according to the mayor, you don't get a letter we address to you outside and state some of the dissatisfaction, but in any way you not respond. And the letter dated August 5.
So first of all, two things. One on tripartite, two on governance. Mayor knows say the steering committee they meet quarterly. If you listen to the dates then we read, that was a quarterly meeting. The steering committee doesn't meet every day. There's a difference between the steering committee and the secretariat. And so I find it a little bit strange that the one for meet every day, we get what I work them for they do. There are 22 plus people on that committee from all across the country, and it is clear that we provide, and like every steering committee, we meet quarterly, which we met last year.
So in
including this first quarter. So the idea that a 3-tail meet or 4-tail is irrelevant, because that's how many times you're supposed to meet. And you say if that means it's dysfunctional, there are, as I said, 22 plus people. It's only the mayor who keeps saying the same thing in every meeting. Every time we go, instead of be substantive, it complain. But if you look at the secretariat in work, it's all online. The secretariat is it's always Chief the person Minister, there. They're always there on the radio.
Chief Minister, we talk about the mayor. If you get concerned, you don't think it is just appropriate and look inside the concern of the mayor of the city?
But of course, when she had a concern, we spoke about it in the meeting. It was the first thing I started with.
Which concern are you going to be looking to exactly of the mayor?
The concern we say, right, the steering committee gets, all this in a way, people say we know they meet often. In the meeting, I addressed it. We say, what else did she say in the letter?
So you actually
really just
received
that
the letter?
It is ineffective. No.
You not received any letter from the mayor?
We engaged on it in the meeting after we write the letter. So it is strange that they reference they write me letter. So many people when they write me letter, and we spoke about the letter. But let's talk about the implementation. The agreement for national unity has 8 resolutions. We have done all. There's a difference between the agreement for national unity and the tripartite. Tripartite implementation. To say it is not being functional is also not true, because we might just talk about the key parts in the tripartite implementation. The key parts in the tripartite implementation are the public sector reform units for within the core functional and management reviews. For all the institutions, it's done. There are some law changes that need to happen. Just yesterday in cabinet, we discussed the Persons with Disability Act, and the majority of the issues in the tripartite have to do with the constitutional review. There's a bill in parliament to that. So who says that implementation is not happening? You literally have to be removed from facts and substance for say that day.
So
say we know they share minutes. May check the WhatsApp group. Literally, there are minutes there. Meeting notices are sent in there. She doesn't participate unless for complaint.
So, Chief Minister, when you look at the other concern from the mayor, the appointment of the ECSL boss, and according to the recommendation, them, it will be done by the president, but with consistent consultation with other body, the way they part of the tripartite, and the mayor said that on an offer.
I think mayor don't understand what's in the constitution they bought. The country and which is in the agreement for national unity, is sacrosanct. If building a parliament in debate, that is not the constitution. The constitution has only one way. Absolutely point the commissioner of ECSL. And the ways in which the commissioner of ECSL can go is also stated in the constitution. To expect that the president, the fountain of honor, will do anything that violates the constitution is a little bit ridiculous, actually. And I think it's a disconnect between waiting people then want for make me then follow what they know and waiting at the reality of governance. Speaking of governance, when you say you boycott governance, you drive and a government.
So, Chief Minister, let me conclude. For conclude on this now, you want to say your leadership and that of the different, government representative them we don't take part, don't be fear and get a national cohesion approach in terms of addressing all the concern where the main opposition APC gets on the tripartite implementation and recommendation.
Look, we don't have to agree on everything.
No, not for agree, but not for do in the interest of national cohesion and bridge the gap we don't be from the main opposition. Forget things clear for the next election.
The opposition then woke up for complain, literally for them, instead of being substantive participants. Then woke up for make them people then feel say with the opposed government.
Well, according to the opposition, they raise concerns and they don't complain.
So, hello?
Yes, according to the opposition, they don't raise concern, they are not complaining.
Yes, but concerns does not mean they're right. How can you this thing about constitution, and when you listen to the opposition member, they know the president has a right by law to do what the president did. And the one for talk about morality, there was 7 months in which this man was acting, and you want to prepare for an election that's coming within 2 years, and you want to wait until now they don't boycott the parliament. This is a bill that they're fighting against. If they really care about the country, by the way, let them go and finish the constitutional review. I just want to talk about governance boycott slowly. What the mayor they say is that it boycotts the people of Sierra Leone. It not boycott governance, so it they use government services. It don't go now in office. It don't go locking floor. It they do see them as mayor.
Okay, Chief Minister.
This is important. This is important. They say government no pay money, then transfer finance officer. The mayor, there are councils across the country. The mayor doesn't have the authority to see the enough for transfer staff. People get transferred every day. So she is the one who caused disruption for herself because she refused to allow for make governments the way transfer they happen. There is a commission for that, not to the ministry. There's a local governance commission that does the transfer. Okay. So she disrupted that. And what she has done, and these people, is they have boycotted the people of Sierra Leone. They don't boycott governance, so because they still show up. They still they use government services. They still they use policemen then. They still they use PPRC. They still they use all the facilities of governance.
Okay, Chief Minister.
That's different. They have boycotted the people of Sierra Leone, and the people should know that.
Okay, well, plenty thank you to you for that update and make things clear. Chief Minister Dr. David Moina Senge.
Thank you.
Okay, you just listen to him, and obviously will come to you.
Absolutely.
Go ahead,
all
please.
Right. So, it good for use documents and talk about facts and not, again, as I said earlier on, sound bites. So the very issue about it's quarterly. That we met 3 times last year. But the idea of meeting quarterly, with an understanding, we set out in the steering committee's mode of operation. And make I read them for you, up to you. And sometimes it will be a good reminder to the Chief Minister because this is his document. The Honorable Chief Minister shall serve as the chairperson consistent with the Cabinet conclusion to lead the implementation of the recommendations. Listen to this. The steering committee will meet on a bi-weekly basis for an initial 6-month period to support the implementation of the first phase of legal reforms and independent functional review of the EMBs, elections management bodies. A work plan will be developed to elaborate on the high-level implementation plan. There shall be subcommittees to lead critical work packages as elaborated in the work plan. The secretary to the committee shall be responsible for sending out notices as well as preparations of minutes and reports. Let's Senge, please send me the minutes that are in the group because I'm in the group. I'll let Chief Minister. And the steering committee can invite and assist, accept invitations from the public to observe. So let's tell you, say, waiting stated here, nothing happen. And if you say, I like to complain, I could choose to disagree. I think Semina posting way very outcome focused and waiting aki want na results.
Okay.
With respect to the transfer of the FO, this is ironic. This is ironic. Why? The point where the Chief Minister tried for make shows say he don't understand the issue at hand. And I'm not surprised because, you know, you're not going to know the ins and outs of the working of Freetown City Council. Freetown City Council, now the biggest council. We budget in 2026 was 135 billion. Well, yeah, is that million? Is it billion? Billion now. I didn't mix up with it.
You mean old Leons or new
Old
Leons?
Leons, you mean? Or the new Leons?
I think it's old Leons.
Okay.
Yeah, old Leons. Yes, it'll be old Leons. So the
budget.
The budget is that.
Okay.
When government decide, Ministry of the Finance decides, say, they want to improve the financial management system and move to a digital system where we go do all things online, not to paper again for approve. Then come up with this thing named PFM Smart. Long story, but you know, I was part of the initiation of that back in 2019. PFM Smart did be implemented through the World Bank. The World Bank, the finance them. It did be done with international consultants where they come and show the people they have for Duam. Then decide for pilot term with only one council. That's not Freetown City Council. We finance department get over 15 staff, but the head of the finance department now get the overview of all waiting to happen. So now he understand the entire system. So Sally Ingo know waiting for Duyanda, Maria too Ingo know that part where in the work on, Alfred Ingo know that part where they work on. But overall, that overall view of how the whole thing they fit together. Now the FO normal 9 means Sabiam. Even the accountants not Sabiam.
So you get issue either
so when they say
pilot phase?
Oh, not at all. I was very happy. I mean, we work very closely with Ministry of Finance. We're very happy about it. But when they say then the transfer with FO, I write to the ministry and tell them, say, this is the only possible way to be this system. And this system, you know, will just come from the blue. You just can't take over.
Okay.
So we did on that back and forth. Vice President all get involved. Vice President tell them, say, let him give it time so that specific activities where that Sabi, Master Sabi, you go get forget them, then go able do them. So by the time we reach December, now the budget's not be the main issue. This system, because sometimes I'm not able to get unclear, this system, you know, fact you, this is not radio democracy. When una get budget for 2026, I believe, say, once you get that budget, you get a check, you go sign. If you didn't have the budget, you go to the bank, you go pay the check. No, so that whatever you get for do.
Yeah.
Well, this system different. This system different. Unless the budget they inside the system. If you sign check safe, you're not able to make any payment. So waiting can happen to we. Because the only person we been sabi for upload the budget into the system, I mean the FO, when they send and go home, now all man just sit down now. Nobody not able to do nothing. No payments. The CAB initially say in sabi. When it push camp and shove, he realized say no sabi. The accountants have no sabi.
Okay.
So we sit on now, we get crisis. Can you imagine salary not paid January, salary not paid February, waiting happen in the end? Contrary to waiting the chief minister realize, make you know. Waiting happen in the end, the very effort where they say go sit on our oath, now them get a call back. Say, Mr. Ba, please can't do this here. Because we don't realize say nobody else knows how we do them. So we had a crisis. We dirty in a street, we make I get for take fuel on loan for how many months from a supplier. You know, so let you not say now me the whole no.
Okay.
As a qualified chartered accountant, I understand the technicality of the issue. Sonte you not understand, but that's
So,
you know
Madam,
acceptable. Now I want to come to this motorcar
We need to go
business.
for a break according to the
To
program
this motorcar
format.
business. Every time I want to come to this motorcar business when I
No,
make
you
a
go
We
we
opportunity
need
for
to talk about the motorcar.
No, you go talk about the motorcar. You go get opportunity for talk
We
about
get
the
for
motorcar.
talk about the motorcar.
According to the program format, we need to go for a break. We'll come, we get all the time.
No problem.
Okay,
No
thank you.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Edsalight, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store or go on Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
Cecil, do you know any shop usa I go able get quality laptop or desktop computer for buy? When I go give me wahala like the last one?
Aisha, you see this Dell computer na me hand? It don't pass 8 years from where I begin use it. It no one day give me problem. Na Palestino International in shop, na 5 and 6 Gloucester Street, na they are buyer. Not to copyright Palestino they sell, na original. You see this me plasma TV, this Samsung home theater, me standing fan and mobile phone. Every day when you see them, it's like a new one. They don't pass 8 years na me hand. Palestino don't open Palestino International Computer Shop na 3 Bojon Street Bow. Also you they get all kind computer for buy. For more, just call 076 56 5432 077805898. Palestino International in Computer Shop. All things they for you.
The program Good Morning Salon continue from the break with a look at one of our headline story. Them outside the head of programs na Rainbow Initiative Bob Lamin say about 3,055 sexual gender-based violence cases in the record inside 2025. A continue say this year the number of sexual-based violence cases them go up past last year, which show say people still do the thing them to Uma and Gal picking them way not proper. Well, Bob Lamin explain more to reporter Usman Kamara inside this interview.
Free medical treatment and psychosocial support to survivors of sexual and gender-based violence. That are the courts we do. Addition to that, we also do community engagement, where we help communities identify early warning signs when it comes to sexual and gender-based violence. We use response for do prevention. 97% of cases where we get happen within the household or within the family or the neighborhood. So based on those feedback, where we get from the survivors, how the abuse happened, we use that down, package we prevention message for help communities identify these early warning signs, because most of the cases where we get show say they happen within the household. Sometimes the person sabi the perpetrator and somebody we used to. So if that happen, there has been a sign where they ignore will lead to the abuse. Okay. And additionally, we also the lobby in terms of policies so it will favor women and girl picking in our society.
All right. Now, every year, Onaki issue out a report about the different, cases they Onaki look at. For the year 2025, what's in the data they show?
The data they show more cases reported than 2024. 24. If you put it in perspective that way, we mean say we record 3,055 cases, inclusive of physical assault and sexual assault. In that cases also, we go further for talk about the number of STIs we record, the number of physical assault, the number of pregnancy we result as a result of them abuse them.
All right, these 3,055 cases, is it not nationwide?
Oh, okay. So not so nationwide. Now, also we get the Rainbow Center. So across the country, we get 9 Rainbow Centers, and these Rainbow Centers in Freetown, we get 2. We get in McKinney, we get 2 in Tonkolili District. We get in Abo District, we get in Kono District, we get in Kenima District, and we get in Cambia District. So we get 9 centers and 6 districts. So now then districts, and we record those cases.
All right. When you talk about sexual gender-based violence, then they in different categories, and do you want to report on separate them for sexual assault? Within the data they show.
So for sexual assaults, we get about 2,723 cases where people that they abuse sexually, we go report na the Rainbow Centers, and this number include 25 men there we suffer sexual assault, we go report na the Rainbow Centers.
All right, so what about the physical assault?
Physical assault na 333, and these cases we see them across 5 Rainbow Centers. Freetown, we know they see physical assault because of the overwhelming number of sexual assault cases we see. So then other districts that we record. And the thing about the physical assault we record are just intimate partner relationship. Not to wait 2 young boys and they fight over whatsoever. Now, fight or abuse we get for do with people that we they into relationship, maybe a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a man or a husband.
All right, during sexual gender-based violence, at times it can lead to people for letting get belly. This report able capture, people that we get belly out of them, sexual gender-based violence that will happen.
Okay, so out of the number, for 2025, we record about 514 pregnancy. How we come about, we can't say for a fact now the rape caused the belly, but by the time the policy can report to we, as at the end of the incident, where the abuser we can Rainbow Center, where we do the pregnancy test. Out of these 2,723, I say 514 of them turn off get belly, and then in an increase about 80 plus cases as compared to 434 we recorded in 2024.
Now look at the sexual transmitted infections, because most them and at that on a core mandate for support or treat people that we can go through that. Within the data they show again.
So out of the abuse cases we happen, as at the time when the people that can at the Rainbow Center where we do test for STIs, we get 1 HIV positive with an -8, because last before Yawina 2024 we got about 9 cases.
Well, inside our interview day, you'll be listening to the head of programs Rainbow Initiative, Bob Lamin, where they talk to Osman Kamara, also be the gear update for the 2025 record on issue they get for the sexual and gender-based violence, and according to the record was 3,055 sexual and gender-based violence in the country for the year 2025. The program Good Morning Salon they continue. Adeyemi.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. The program we come back to with studio guest we now the mayor of Freetown, Madam Yvonne Akisoya. Madam Mayor, you say you're there on boycotting, and as of now they're gonna cancel. Now we come to the issue of the vehicle. Which vehicle will you use now?
Oh, okay. So before we do that, let me just quickly finish off on something with the Chief Minister say, what I feel so important. He said 2 things where you might not have, taken note of. So I'll quickly bring them that I come back to, because now me want to talk about this vehicle. The first one is with regards to, he say they try for give a message to his supporters, and it almost give the impression say, we're trying to mislead our supporters. I want to give clarification on that. That's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. And I don't believe, the action we take, when I talk about the issues with the implementation, with the functioning of the Tripartite Steering Committee, I do so with a a focus on ensuring that waiting they go wrong, the shortcomings, the gap. I mean, many people where they perhaps in professional roles go understand, say, a steering committee provides oversight. How are you going to provide oversight? I mean, even the mention of me wanting to meet every day. Look, I get a lot on my plate. I absolutely don't want to meet every day. But I also,
the chief minister not there, so let me stick to the issue.
No. I stick to. We come back on what you say. So I need to say that. I need to be clear that I don't want to meet every day. But if me are part of a steering committee, we get a role for provide oversight, then one must be allowed to provide oversight. And that's not happened. That is the point. And that letter day not only go to him, it go to all the people that we see in the letter and then receive their own. Now coming on to the boycott of the people, when another point that was made, it's very important for making this be clear. On that, I will say two things. One, as I've been saying earlier on, service delivery require fiscal transfers, not just to Freetown City Council. We thankfully, because of the work we don't do, don't mean say we dependence on government is minimal. But for many councils around this country, from Pujeung to Cambia, from Kailaung to Koinadugu, their reliance on their fiscal transfers is very significant. So if we talk about boycotting the people, let's be clear that the biggest boycott you can do of the people is by simply not providing them with the resources where they in the budget, where go parliament, say government go give this local council, this local council, this local council, this amount of money in 2025 and nothing was dispersed. In 2026 and nothing was dispersed. So when we talk about that, let's be clear. Now coming on to this boycott, coming on to the question of the vehicle, few points of clarification. Because you talk about government services. I need to clarify something to the general public. As I said earlier on, Freetown City Council, we own resource mobilization, we do. What comes from government is 23 or so percent. The people who are paid by the government, who receive funds from the government in terms of salary, are the 14 core staff, the one they were in our Ministry of Local Government, the Sen Canary Council.
So
now then, wait, let on.
Okay, go
the
ahead.
14 core staff, now then they be paid by the council, by the government.
Okay.
The mayor, the deputy mayor, the councillors, they receive pay by the government. We are staff. The councillors receive a sitting fee. So that's it. Every other person of the 600 staff within a council, they not get paid by the government of Salone. Then they get paid from own source revenue of Freetown City Council. Now to the vehicle. That vehicle, by the way, just for information, was given by the World Bank and not by the government of Sierra Leone.
World Bank through government, you mean, to
World
council?
Bank, whether not through government, you want to put them when a World Bank
that's
pay
the
for the,
now
the World Bank pay for them.
Okay.
But that is not the point. You talk about fuel. Even the fuel, any fuel where you see to be used in a council, not to government fuel. I don't know what the arrangements they have as ministers, cheats and stuff. We don't have that. Any fuel where they see be used in our council's resources. But in my case, I not receive one liter of fuel from Freetown City Council from last year, December. Because as I explained to now, we don't get this crisis, we be created. So the only fuel we will be able for access on loan, because we not been getting with budget uploaded. The only fuel we will access the whole of from January to this March was fuel for sanitation vehicles, where me make arrangement with a supplier for letting give me the fuel on loan. So any fuel that I'm using is fuel I'm paying for. And by the way, I also pay my own driver. So let's just leave that. But you know, I understand the obsession. You know why I understand the obsession? Because you would think if somebody is doing a boycott, is the issue not to the reason for the boycott? Should we not be obsessed by the implementation of the tripartite recommendations? Instead, we are obsessed with the image of council. Why? The trappings of council. I know why. Sabtiu, I know why. Because the vehicle, in the same way the gown and the chain represent the office, there seems to be an obsession
Madam
for
Mayor.
ladies' office.
Madam Mayor, quick one.
Allow me for land.
No, Madam Mayor.
No. I go finish my sentence. You're not going to interrupt me halfway. In the same way that we see the AI mayor, acting mayor, with the gown and the chain, because they want to get the impression, say they have taken over. And I have anything but this. And one thing we kind of in mind. I remember, sometimes when I remember, during the 2023 election, one day been there during a campaign rally, when senior members of government been there the rally with Gento, when they talk, say, in fact, as of Monday, Gento can act as the mayor of Freetown. And I remember that day.
So, Madam Mayor, not come back to the issue of the vehicle.
When the results for come out.
The issue of the
before
vehicle.
the results come out, when I remember scenes where they mean totes Gento, now lodge, then saying that the new mayor of Freetown. So there's clearly an obsession with having the mayoral position. And so the vehicle, the gown, the chain, everything where you say, well, now this, now the mayor. It's like say, now this, now the obsession. Let's
The
not be
obsession
distracted.
are from all that them,
The
exactly.
one where they talk non-stop about the vehicle.
Okay.
The vehicle way, as I say, $1 government money no
So
go there.
the
No fuel,
vehicle,
no
Madam
come out
Mayor,
from council.
you mentioned say the vehicle
not from
na from
government.
World Bank.
But you see this
You mentioned say the vehicle na
I
from
am the
World
mayor
Bank.
of Freetown.
Na from World Bank.
I am the mayor of
Not
Freetown.
to order directly
and
then to the
there-
vehicle too.
The mayor of Freetown. The vehicle was assigned to the mayor of Freetown. And as the mayor of Freetown, I will continue to use that vehicle until I am no longer
Madam
the
Mayor,
mayor of
when you
Freetown.
start this journey of being a
Because
mayor, people when they see as somebody who conscious about being a patriot,
I
love
am.
for the country.
And
What
I
happened
still
to
am.
all of that?
Oh, Saptu, that's a low one. I'll tell you what happened to him. It became even more intense. It became even more intense because when you get a situation where you get democracy under threat, when you get a situation where very clearly we don't go through a process, we see rigging of an election in 2023, we now get an opportunity for let we put into place electoral reforms for make sure, say, when people then go vote in 2028, when they cast their vote, they get confidence, say, their vote will be counted and the counted results will be announced.
So
that patriotism, that love for democracy, that love for the people of Sierra Leone, wanting to make sure that their rights are not trampled on. Now that make
So is this patriotism in your own description or something else or
Absolutely.
political
No, it's
recognition?
not at all.
So I will ask if
Not
if
at
na
all.
be you party day in governance, una for be reach this stage on taking decision them without going through the proper formality.
I
Wetin
don't
for be
understand. What
if
you
na
mean?
be APC day in governance as in power.
Uh-huh.
Now then kind issue for be the see the happen of issue of boycott and not working on
Except you.
internal
Except you
sorting
cannot-
out things, because I asked the minister of local government the same question. Say if you be there as a member of SLPP, if not so, then forbid you do. They say yes. So I dey ask you again if mayor in party na forbidden power as now. Now the kind of situation we forbid the CEO na get concerned.
Except you can't you see this is not a concern over the transfer of resources. For example, like I said to you just now, whole of 2025 up to 2026, not a penny don't be dispersed. You see me go on radio, you see me go ala butter? No. You know, we not find workarounds even when this disruption happened, where we're not able to disperse any funds. What I do? I the bio the sweepers them. They were not paid. These are poor people. I bio them. I talk to them. Say continue for work.
Okay.
So I'm not
Madam Mayor.
seeking to disrupt. I'm not seeking to disrupt, but what's in there at stake right now in terms of democratic freedoms, in terms of democratic principles being upheld, in terms of us having free, fair, and credible elections. I make an analogy yesterday. I say just like doctor, medical doctor. We know so a person they be medical doctor, then he swear that oath, no so, say then they are for save lives. And for let you be a medical doctor, you must get a conviction. But time can come, and we don't see another this country, with doctors and stuff to go on a boycott.
So you for be act the same way. So if
with
na be
doctors
APC
they
dey
go
in power.
on a boycott, that's the question doesn't make any sense. With doctors they go on a boycott, when doctors they go on a boycott.
So the question deserves a yes or a no answer.
No, it don't make sense. The question don't make sense.
No, it's a question of how mayor for be act if not them with the
question don't make sense. Now make I explain.
So it's
I
a
use this
question-
analogy for you, for let you understand waiting at it do, and then maybe you can reframe
because
your
this
question.
is all about political belonging, political fight and recognition from the
It is
different
not.
party them.
It is not, and I think that that's not a mistake. When you look at them from that lens day, which is clearly waiting the Chief Minister when you allude to, then you miss the point altogether. Like I say earlier on, if me and a doctor, I don't take an oath. I say I dare for save lives. But maybe things are going very badly in terms of hospital management, in terms of resources to the hospital, and people then they die. The day where the doctors then say then they boycott, then they walk out. So until I get operation the next day, I know see that patient then in life could they at risk. But I could still boycott, as we've seen doctors do, because of the big picture. Because I know see that action I get for take go save thousands of lives tomorrow. So the action what I take today, right, in terms of the short term, yes, who wants to boycott when you love your work, when you want to see delivery, when you're outcome focused? That's not, I mean, but you get a point like a doctor get, where it time to come when you're like, you know what, if we don't take an action, then democracy in Sierra Leone will be dead. Because the tripartite implementation, it be stifled, it be manipulated, and as the reports come even from their own secretariat, it not to go at the pace or the speed where we expect.
We need for
I
go for a
just
break
want to
now.
say one last thing, Sapti, you give me 1 second. When I talk about the image of the mayor, you know, we saw the AI. Why was that done? Me changing on my oath. Why would you do that? If not to project. It's the same thing with the vehicles. You want, instead of focusing on how we go make sure, say, we come together as one country, we come together and focus on waiting go carry and go before when at the implementation of recommendations, we are fixating on whether or not mayor has the chain, whether or not mayor is wearing the vehicle. This is a government we not produce 1 penny.
But
Give 1 penny
that
to the
AI picture
councils.
they come from different people.
No, but the original AI came from the party, from the SLPP, because I was sitting in Liberty TV when I sent the picture of Councillor Blah wearing the chain and the
You
gown.
mean the AI design?
Councillor
of
Blah
the
does
Councillor
not
Blah?
have a chain nor a gown. So if I sit on a Liberty television and then send a picture wearing those things, then clearly it is
We need
AI.
for go for walkabout. Continue for do it with Madam Mayor.
Another morning again, Oya. Ati, sorry phone. This don't make number 8 term. Whether they send Zain go Bamba Kayaka. I say Zain no. Zain. I say this na real lesson for you mind. You go know say, where you the opposition. Not all tea for put much pa. Ati, it Alex say this case, it don't mix pa all that thing. Because not for that way that girl say, make them the send her up and down just like that. Right now, you know, the see Boku woman group though, even though some day waking right and talk na social media, but the one that way we expect up till now, they make like say, they not the see waiting the happen. But if not that, then compete within at the same cabal with them. Can't see them up and down. Now then tell them they then go take, then go jump na street if they not do A, B, and C. I say this country, now I make them say even the woman themselves get problem to themselves. I see, letter come on a state oath. They say God don't give directive for investigate the issue with the happen at law school. Now in that they just tell me say Baba, it Alex say then just one waste money mine. He said this case go fi Lara in own. Then go sit down, then eat money at the end. Then say na so it be. Now say daddy, you know say thinking change. Now daddy say this country it say once you know the dance to the tune, now so no more it go be. Now daddy say it had the bet you say Abu they must find a guilty. Daddy, daddy, say you get age past me. You don't deceive her. But, this investigation, yeah. Me, I no see that you. Una just take abu, unu find her and forget about that. Because I know say, waiting comot, pa Lara and you, na so you get for comot, pa abu and you. Because the kind people there, we abu, say mix pass some kind dukunu business. You no go find for let them give abu, say, what you say, not true. But anyway, we dey look how the investigation dey go mine. I say, this issue, yeah, of going statement, it all over social media, all man dey interpret in your own. Now I know say daddy self dey understand that language dey. I say daddy interpret her for me. But where how daddy interpret her? I say well daddy Lord left and so Lord listen wetin that dey give we mind. Some say na so it is, some say na so it is, some say no to it is. I say this country yeah, every week we must get problem mind. You know see that Baba and himself, Uncle Kalon, they say himself how in the I don't understand your own business. But Uncle Kalon, until you say you go kinda meet there and talk like good small term, with the way you forget your own part because the allegation against you, it don't boku mine. Me na the honorable Piki Wakabot.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. Well, inside the program we still get the mayor of the Freetown Municipality, Madam Yvonne Akisoya. But meanwhile they go through some of the messages them we found on the send inside the program. And this very first one we they take say local councils in Sierra Leone face significant challenges, especially due to inadequate funding to effectively carry out their mandate. Despite these constraints, it is encouraging to see many councils partnering with local and international NGOs to support implementation and improve service delivery in their communities.
This other message from Sulaiman Bade say, Madam Mayor, how comes you're coming up with AI dress when you're asked a question about the vehicle?
This one say, please tell Madam Mayor that she is not working currently. Let her give the vehicle to the person who is working. Mayor have love for his party more than the people of Freetown.
This other message say, Madam Mayor, what happens to patriotism, love for the country and the nation as a whole?
This one from Fire say, Madam Mayor, nobody chased you out of your office. You decided not to work, so please leave everything from the office back and move on with the tripartite.
Another another message inside the program, they say, Madam Mayor, you should have simply answered the question if this should have been your action if it was APC in governance.
This one from Ibrahim say, Madam Mayor, following the Chief Minister's interview, it is clear by your own actions and judgments that some among you have quietly traded the values of the APC for personal interests, hidden behind polite words and empty loyalty. Many of the excuses now coming from this tripartite engagement appear to be consequences of decisions you were personally involved. Be reminded the APC is keeping record of every step taken. History cannot be erased.
The last one they take, they say all what is happening now is about political fight and recognition, no interest of the people and the country as a whole.
Well, because of time, we go come to the mayor for respond to some of the messages there.
Okay. The reason I may struggle for answers to questions because subject they asked me say if my APC been in power. So let's try, right? So people don't think I'm dodging the question.
Okay.
So if APC been in power, would I boycott? But the point is the boycott they happen because of the implementation of the tripartite recommendations not being effective or inclusive. So if APC been in power, would that mean that we would have a tripartite? You see, the reason I'm going to say this, the question challenging, is because this is a unique context. It's a unique context. The context happened because of election results were not accepted. So if that's not to be the case, if APC been there in power, then you wouldn't have this context. So Naime, I will tell you, say this, the question need for be reframed. I hope say the listeners are able to understand what I say. With respect to the vehicle, I'll say this again. The vehicle is for the mayor of Freetown. I am on a boycott. I have not stopped being the mayor. In the same way, when the senior doctor of the hospital, they do a boycott, he doesn't stop being the senior doctor. I want Fole residents actually focus on why the boycott. The boycott now because we look at an implementation of recommendations of electoral reforms for ensure say we get free, fair, and credible elections
well, many
in
people
2028.
Ask, why you use the vehicle for personal use?
Akin Putandong, this is not personal use. I've come in here to speak as the mayor.
But did you see also as well you use the vehicle on private issues?
The Akin Putandong, and I can use them as I used to use it. Okay? Again, it's just like for me, when we election results come out, before the election results, Gento was hailed as the mayor of Freetown. The result from the RF forms was 66%. You know, say the results of councillors was never published.
Okay.
ECSL, no. ECSL published. No. This is the issue.
Before the round up, quick one.
This is the
what
issue.
Do you make up of the new leadership of the SLPP party?
This is the issue. This is the issue. There was no, and it's coming to that. There was no publication of councillor results. Waiting happened instead of the 66%, where I get all the RF forms approved, it was ACSL announced 51%, and then guess what they did? They gave APC 51% of the councillors. So I bring out, like I bring out when it came to the day when they pronounced say Gento to begin serve as mayor from the next day.
Okay.
I bring out the facts in Minister of Local Government on 2 occasions now don't call for my resignation. Call for me resignation. So when you say people then don't be obsessed with Mayor Yvonne Aki-Sawyer not being the mayor, I can understand why they're fixated with Yvonne Aki-Sawyer in role as the mayor as opposed to the issue of substance when at the implementation of the tripartite recommendations. But I'm not going to be distracted from that. I'm not going to be distracted from that. Now this I come for talk about, and that the reason why, with respect to the so-called SLPP leader in council, there is no such function. We not break the law. We not break the law because we are government.
So for
in the Local Government Act, in the Public Financial Management Act, there is absolutely no place where there's a role for somebody to take over the function of the mayor. The only time that somebody can preside over a council meeting, now if the mayor and the deputy mayor are absent, according to section 16.3 of the Local Government Act. But even then, that local council meeting must have quorum. And there is no quorum because there isn't 50%. But again, me commitment to Freetonians. Now the reason why, even in my absence, the systems I built, the projects we implement, still they go on. I drive go Hagan Street for Hotel Oshfor Baron the other day. I meet the road where me commission, where they be done. So with all of this, the work is still being done because there are staff in council.
So in all of this,
but what is important is that I set a foundation, and that foundation, a foundation where they come back to, because we're not going to stay out forever, but we have a request of government, and that request now for the tripartite recommendations be inclusively and effectively implemented.
Madam Mayor.
That I will return when the party returns, and that will be when we don't come to a position when the government honor the agreement for national unity, honor the tripartite recommendations. So my choice of which vehicle I use is my choice because I am the mayor of Freetown.
You still get the intention of the mayor running for the next election?
Mayor get 2-term limits. So this is my 2nd term.
Okay. So the intention is still there?
I can't run twice.
No,
I can't
for
run
presidential.
Again.
I mean, intentional. That's how they ask.
Most definitely, mayor. I'm running for the flag bearer of the APC. That's a given.
Okay.
But again, because up to you, let's not get things mixed up because this comes back to a statement made earlier on in the call-in. You know, my focus, my heart, my intention is Sierra Leone. No to political shenanigans, no to brinkmanship, no to drama.
Okay.
Na saloon.
Plenty thank you to you, we will be guest inside this edition of the program. Good morning, Salon. Avon Akisoya, Mayor for Freetown Municipality.
Well, family, because of time, now so we go bring down the curtain for today's edition of the program. Good morning, Salon. Plenty thank you to the production team, Mange Mansare with Kabia. We produce the program. Plenty thank you to America Mara Bangura. We make us see we live on our Facebook page and YouTube page. And also plenty thank you to DJ Cliff for technical support. So till we meet again, Nina Adeyemi Jackson, they say goodbye.
And Sapti, you can only say stay tuned